The following program is rated MWO and contains grown men marking out over other grown men that dress in tights and pretend to fight.
Hey, this is your Olympic hero, Kurt Angle, and you're listening to the Mark World Order podcast. Oh, it's true. It's damn true.
Hello, Marks, and welcome to another episode of the Mark World Order podcast, where pro wrestling is life, brother. I am your host, Brent, and today we have another exciting, I guess you call it matchup in this King of the Mark tournaments too, but as we already know, Czar Salazar has won the tournament. He is now crowned the new king, but if you listened to last week's episode, you know that he issued a challenge to his brother of the Ring Crue and first King of the Marks, Davey Dangerously, in a match. So tonight we are holding our King of Kings match. So without any further ado, let me go ahead and introduce tonight's royalty members or royal competitors. How about that? So our first competitor coming out of Fresno, California. He is 1/3 of the Ring Crew. Which one's it going to be? Ladies and gentlemen, King Dangerously.
Well, Brent, it was not the best introduction of a king, but I will give it a pass this one time.
Oh, that's right. You want like all 18 of your monikers to be...
Seven monikers, my good man. 7 monikers.
All right. And then let's go ahead then and not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and introduce your competitor, your brother. Ladies and gentlemen, coming out of Fresno, California, he is another third of the Ring Crew and the newest King of the Marks, Czar Salazar. How's it going, Armbar?
I don't need 7 names. You can just call me Czar Salazar.
Czar Salazar. That is a lot of Zaz in that. All right. So, congratulations to you again, Dan, for becoming the new King of the Marks.
Thank you very much.
I'm really looking forward to this match. I think it's going to be a really, slobber knocker. So I think without any further ado, you guys want me to go ahead and jump into it and share today's topic?
Let's do it.
Sure, man.
All right. So given that I am in the presence of 2 kings, I figured we should do something on kings. And when it comes to pro wrestling, there are numerous kings. You've got Jerry the King Lawler. You've got King Booker. You've also got the King of the Ring tournament. But I decided to go in a different direction. And I decided to go with the King of Kings, Triple H.
Oh,
One of my favorites.
you know, I for sure, you threw a big curveball there because I was like, well, it's king versus king, so no doubt he's going to go King of the Ring. So I've been brushing up on my King of the Ring facts, but yeah, man, that all goes out the window now.
Yep, all of it. I mean, maybe on a future episode. We'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, King of Kings. So you feeling pretty comfortable with that, Dangerously? Or sorry, King Dangerously?
I thought the same thing. I thought King of the Ring or Wrestling Kings, but I'm down with Triple H.
And same with you, Salazar. Armbar, King Armbar, Czar Salazar, whatever the name is.
Get it right.
You guys change your names so damn much.
Yeah, man. It's just another day in the office, you know?
All right. Well, I'm glad you guys are happy with that topic, that little surprise. And I want to let you know, I've actually got another surprise for you up my sleeve.
Oh, no.
You know, I was thinking to myself, this is my podcast, so we're going to do things by my rules. And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we are having our very first triple threat mark-off. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome superfan Randy Gates to the podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, the man, the myth, the legend has returned. I am cashing in my King of the Marks briefcase.
Superfan Randall, the jester himself. How dare you introduce yourself in a King of Kings match, this is not a Jester of Jester match.
You guys might be kings, but you will never be super.
Oh, God. You know what, Brent? I called this. You son of a bitch.
Well, we the cronies back into it.
How
Bringing the
dare
cronies
one
back,
of the
baby.
crony returns.
Handing the briefcase over, I'm telling Mike Chioda, ring the bell, baby. It's time. I'm cashing in.
Brother.
And actually, it was you who gave me the idea, King Dangerously, with your paranoia. You made me think, you know what? Let's do this.
Wow.
So, are you ready to do this, Superfan?
Let's go.
All right. I'm just kidding, you guys. Superfan's really not going to be in the match.
I got the briefcase still in back. I just got it polished. We're not cashing in just yet.
I just wanted to screw with you guys a little bit.
I almost hung up on you. I can tell you that the title of king means nothing in this tournament.
Are you still there,
No,
King Dangerously?
Wow. Unbelievable.
We'll save the cash in for another time, gentlemen.
Nice.
All right, Superfan Randy. Thank you for joining us for that. That was fun.
Hey, best of luck, guys. Get it done.
All right, brother. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep, take care.
All right, have a good one, Randy.
Yep, thanks.
All right, you guys. Are you ready to get started now?
Wow.
You pulled a little fast one on it.
Wow. Amazing.
All right,
Let's
so
do it.
before we get started, I'm going to explain the rules to round one. So in round one, there are 10 questions. Each competitor is going to get an opportunity to answer these 10 questions. Each question is worth 1 point, so for each correct answer, you get a point. If either of you should answer all 10 questions correctly, there is a Superfan bonus question at the end of the round that you'll have an opportunity at answering. That is also worth an additional 1 point. Before the match started, we decided that the new king, Czar Salazar, I'm going to mess that up so many times, will be going first in round one. So, King Dangerously, for now, we bid you a temporary adieu, good sir.
Get off my line.
Good luck, my czar brother.
All right, Czar Salazar, are you ready to do this?
I'm ready, man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Round one. All right. Here we go. Question number one. Triple H made his WCW debut in 1994 under what ring name?
Terra Rising.
That is correct. For 1 point. Strong start.
And that's a terrible name.
This is a pretty bad name. I mean, is it worse than Hunter Hearst Helmsley, though?
I don't know. That one kind of, the Triple H saved him, but man,
I guess, yeah, it sure did.
Terra was off.
All right, moving on to question number two. What year did Triple H join the WWF?
1996.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. You're off by 1 year. It was 1995.
I was going to say 95.
Superfan bonus questions out the window, but you can still close out the round with 9 points, which I'm sure you're really capable of. So let's go ahead and move on to question number 3. What was the first title Triple H won in the WWF?
The Intercontinental title.
That is correct for another point. That puts you at 2. Moving on to question number 4. Triple H, his first WrestleMania was WrestleMania 12, where he lost to this superstar.
The Ultimate Warrior.
That is correct for another point. Puts you at 3. Moving on to question number 5. What year did Triple H win the King of the Ring tournament?
Oh, man.
These year ones are going to get you.
I was brushing up on my...
On your King of the Ring, right?
Yeah.
This is the one where it might help.
Oh, man. I know the range. It was like around those 1, 2, 3 years. He debuted in 95. He wasn't there too long. I'm going to guess. This is a guess. I'm going to guess 97.
That is a good guess, because that is correct for another point. That puts you at 4. So you got 4 out of the first 5 correct. Moving on to question number 6. Name one person Triple H defeated to win the European Championship.
Oh man, the European.
Mm-hmm.
If I remember correctly, he beat his own partner. I think it was Shawn Michaels.
That is correct for another point. I remember watching that live too.
Yeah.
All right, so you got 5 points. Moving on to question number 7. Triple H has won the Royal Rumble 2 times. Name one of the years in which he won it.
Oh gosh. 2000.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect.
Ugh,
The
God.
correct answers were 2002 and then 2016.
Jeez.
So remember, he won it and then won the championship from Roman.
Yeah.
All right, so moving on to question number 8. You're
Good as I would hope.
What's that?
I said this isn't going as good as I hoped.
Well, these are tough questions, so don't worry. Don't bring yourself down too much. Stay positive. You got 3 more questions, all right?
Do this.
All right, Czar, here we go. Question number 8. Who did Triple H defeat to win his first WWF championship?
Oh man. First one. Jesus. Him and The Rock traded the title a few times. Holy. I keep wanting to think. I know he beat Vince McMahon for it, but I don't know if that was his first. Oh man.
Oh man, the pressure's getting to him. I can feel it. Under pressure.
I'm gonna say The Rock.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect.
Dang it.
The correct answer is actually Mankind.
Oh yeah, Mick Foley. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So here we go. Moving on to question number 9, which
Oh,
I
man.
personally, which I think is probably one of the tougher questions of the entire round. What was the name of the establishment in Las Vegas that Triple H kayfabe married Stephanie McMahon at?
The Little White Wedding Chapel.
That is correct.
How do I know that and not know?
I don't know, but that's a good job. All right, moving on to question number 10. You've got 6 points. Let's see if you can close out the first round with 7. Here we go. Triple H and Steve Austin were once tag champs together. What was their tag team name?
The 2-man power trip.
That is correct for another point. So there you go, Dan. At the end of round 1, you have got 7 points. Nothing to
All
shake
right.
a stick at. So let's go ahead and bring King Dangerously back on the line and have him start answering his 10 questions.
All right, let's do it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and we have King Dangerously back on the line. Before he begins answering his 10 questions in round 1, Czar Salazar, why don't you give us your thoughts on the questions in round number 1?
I have to say, I was not expecting this to be easy, and it sure wasn't, because those were some tough questions. The King's really, really going to have to dig deep, and he's going to have to pull out a lot if he wants to score well in this first round.
Indeed, Czar, indeed.
All right, so are you ready, King Dangerously?
Let's do it.
All right, here we go. Question number 1. Triple H made his WCW debut in 1994 under what ring name?
Terra Rising.
That is correct for 1 point. All right, strong start. Moving on to question number 2. What year did Triple H join the WWF?
He joined the WWF in 1995.
That is correct for another point. Moving on to question number 3. What was the first title Triple H won in the WWF?
The first title that the King of Kings won was the Intercontinental Championship.
That is correct. Got the streak going. 3 points. Moving on to question number 4. Triple H, his first WrestleMania was at WrestleMania 12, where he lost to this superstar.
The Ultimate Warrior.
That is correct for 4 points. Moving into question number 5. What year did Triple H win the King of the Ring tournament?
Well, it was supposed to be 1996, but in fact, because of the curtain call, it was pushed back 1 year to 1997.
That is correct. Woo! Oh, man. Halfway through the round.
King.
What was that?
I said, damn you, King.
So,
I'm assuming you missed that one?
That one, and maybe
moving,
another
right?
one, too.
Keep it moving.
Moving on to question number 6. You've got 5 points, going strong. Triple H. Oh, sorry. Name one person Triple H defeated to win the European Championship.
Ooh, that's a good question. But I would have to go with his D-Generation X tag team partner, Shawn Michaels.
That is correct. H-Bald K, right?
H-Bald K, yes.
We're getting very good. That is correct. Moving on to question number 7. Triple H has won the Royal Rumble 2 times. Name 1 year in which he won.
Oh, let's see. The Royal Rumble.
Let's see
I know
if this...
one was 2002, so let's go with that.
That is correct for another point. 7 for 7. Moving on to question number 8. The other one was 2016, just so you know. Here we go.
I wouldn't have guessed that one.
All right. Question number 8. Who did Triple H defeat to win his first WWF Championship?
Ooh, so that had to have been in 1999. So, let's see. Trying to think here. So I'm trying to think. 1998 was the Rock won at Survivor Series.
I'm going to give you 15 more seconds.
Let's see. Was it The Rock?
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. It was actually Mankind.
Ah, yes.
So with that goes the Superfan bonus question, but no need to worry. Czar Salazar also did not get a chance at the Superfan bonus question. So we'll move on to question number 9. You've got 7 points. You have a chance to end the round with 9. So here we go. What was the name of the establishment in Las Vegas that Triple H kayfabe married Stephanie McMahon at?
Oh, man.
That's a tough one.
Oh, man. I'm trying to think. I know it's like the drive-thru place, right?
Yeah, it was the drive-thru.
Oh, man.
They had different packages you could choose from. Triple H cheaped out and got the most inexpensive package. It was the most ridiculous segment ever, almost.
Oh, man. Let's see. That was when Stephanie was drugged.
And you know what's funny to think about? Sorry to interrupt you. This is like Vince's show. It's like, yeah, let's do a storyline where my daughter gets drugged. Anyways.
His own daughter, like.
Yeah. His own flesh.
He was so doped, and, it was good stuff.
All right, 15 more seconds.
Oh. Was it the Little White Wedding Chapel?
That is correct.
Oh,
for another point.
Pull that one out of his ass.
No, dude, like I know that because like Michael Jordan's gotten married there. A bunch of people have gotten married there.
He's got drive-through chapels in Las Vegas on catalog in his mind. It's like, which one was it? Moving on to question number 10. Here we go. Triple H and Steve Austin were once tag champs together. What was their tag team name?
Oh, was it the 2-man power trip?
That is correct. Woo! There you go. Closing out round 1 with 9 points. And that gives you a semi-comfortable lead over your Ring Crew brother, Czar Salazar, who left round 1 with 7 points.
Ooh.
So the score is currently
A
9.
respectable 7
A respectable, very honorable.
Which questions did you miss?
He missed the year he joined WWF. He missed.
Who he won the title from?
Yep. No, you got that right. You guessed HBK2. You missed what year did he win the King of the Ring and the Royal Rumble one, I think.
No, who he won the world title from, wasn't it?
Ah, that's right. Yes.
Yeah.
You guessed The Rock as well. So
Yeah, I forgot Mankind.
yeah, it's tough. These are tough questions. So, all right. So let's move on to round 2. I'm going to go ahead and explain the rules. In round 2, there are only 2 questions, but these 2 questions both have at least a possibility of 5 correct answers. Each competitor is going to get 5 opportunities to answer questions. Each correct guess is worth 1 point. We do have the winner's advantage. So, King Dangerously, since you are winning, you will get to choose between question A and question B, not knowing beforehand what the question is. Which one would you prefer, my friend?
What did you choose last against Josh? Czar, did you choose A or B?
I think you
I
chose
chose A.
I will go with B then.
Okay, Dave goes with B. Dan gets A again, and since Dan is currently behind, we are going to start with his question. So here we go. Question A. Oh, hold on one second. Oh, I didn't ring the damn bell. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Round 2. All right, Dan. Question A. Here we go. I need you to name 5 wrestlers Triple H took the WWE/WWF championship from. Now, I must warn you, in some of these matches, there were multi-man matches, so it's not like he might have pinned this person personally, but they had the title and he took it from them. Does that make sense?
That makes sense. Okay.
Okay, so here we go. Go ahead.
Well, first of all, I'm going to guess Mankind.
That is correct.
Cheater.
I think he beat The Rock.
That is correct. So you got 3 more guesses left.
Vince McMahon.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect.
Oh, I thought he beat Vince for the title. God dang it. Okay. So.
2 more guesses left.
The Big Show.
That is correct for another point. You got 1 more guess left.
And Hulk Hogan.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect.
Oh, God, I thought he beat.
Nope.
Hogan.
So you got 3 more points added to your score. That puts you at 10. So the ones that you missed were Chris Jericho, Randy Orton, Edge, and Roman Reigns, which I am now realizing I accidentally actually gave away in the first round, but you didn't remember.
That away earlier. And apparently I wasn't paying attention.
Nope, you were not. So you got 10 points. We're going to now move over to Dave to answer his question. Are you ready, Dave?
Let's do it.
All right, so here we go. I need you to name 5 wrestlers that Triple H defeated to become the Intercontinental Champion.
Ooh, so one of them was, he held it 5 times?
I don't know, did he?
No, you did the questions.
Well, he's defeated at least 5.
All right, so he defeated Mark Merrow.
That is correct.
Let's see. That's a good one. So it was Mark Merrow.
That was also the first person he defeated for it.
Trying to think here. So the DX would be The Rock.
That is correct. You got 3 more guesses left.
So let's see here. I know he won it in the 2-man power trip. Oh God, who was that? Was it Chris Jericho?
That is correct. You got 2 more guesses left.
I think he lost it to Jeff Hardy and won it back, so I'm going to say Jeff Hardy.
That is correct. One more left.
Oh,
See if you can clean out the round, ladies and gentlemen.
Um,
And I'm actually going to give you, I'm going to give you like 20 seconds to answer this last one.
That's a tough one, man.
15 seconds.
Chris Benoit?
I'm sorry, that's incorrect.
Oh,
You missed the last one. It was Kane. Kane was the last one.
oh, that's a trick question.
How is that a trick question?
Who remembers Kane was the IC champion?
No, not that, but he merged it, so he technically did win it, I guess. But he didn't have a fifth reign.
Oh well, you know, he won it. The question was, name 5 wrestlers he
That's true.
defeated.
That's true.
All right. So
That was a good one because that one was a trick question.
a trick question. Tricky.
You're still in the lead, all right?
Yes, you still are in the lead. It is 13-10. You've got a comfortable 3-point lead heading into the final round. Let's see if Czar Salazar can channel his inner Fresno kid and pull
Get
out
it
the
right, you horrible host.
All right, so in round 3.
Don't ever compare me to Josh Fresno, all right?
In round 3, there are once again 10 questions. Instead of each competitor answering all 10 questions, we actually divide them up between the 2 competitors. The competitor who is winning, which is King Dangerously, will get to choose his 5 questions from the 10 here, not knowing beforehand what the questions are. The order in which he chooses his questions will correlate to their point value. The first one he selects is worth 1 point. The second one he selects is worth 2 points, and then so forth all the way up to question 5, which is worth 5 points. And then what will happen is Czar Salazar will get the remaining 5 questions, and the lowest value number will correlate to his lowest value score. And then we will play this round out until we have a winner. So, did you guys have any questions about the rules as I've explained them?
Nope.
No question.
All right, then King Dangerously, good sir, choose your 5 questions.
I'll make it easy for you, you horrible host. I will go 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10.
8 and 10. That means Czar Salazar will get 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. Gets a little Australian in my royal accent. All right, so here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to do this. Round 3. So, Dan, since you're currently behind, we're going to start answering your questions first. Your 1-point question correlates to question number 1. Here we go. How many times was Triple H the World Heavyweight Champion?
Ooh, that's like another trick question.
This is according to Wikipedia.
Right.
And King Dangerously is somewhat right. I guess I would say he's right.
The World Heavyweight Championship is the big gold belt.
That is correct.
So
One thing to mention, or I guess never mind. I won't mention it.
Well, you've already mentioned it.
Well, I'm just gonna. Do you want me to give him help, or do you not want me to? He is your
No,
brother.
I don't want him to give him no damn help.
Okay, no help. Sorry. The king has spoken. No help.
He has spoken. All right. Well, I believe he's had 14 championship reigns in total, but with the big gold world championship. Oh man. I don't know. I'm gonna guess 5.
That is correct for 1 point. Good guess, man.
Oh my god.
That is a very good guess. So that puts you up to 11. Let's go ahead and do your 2-point question, which will tie you up with King Dangerously. So here we go. Your 2-point question correlates to question number 3. In 2004, Triple H made his motion picture debut in what film?
Oh God, that. No. Wait. It wasn't his movie. Oh, I'm thinking of his horrible bus movie, but.
Yeah, 2004 came a lot before that.
The Wesley Snipes, Blade. He was in Blade.
Blade what?
Oh, the third one, Blade Trinity?
That is correct. Very good. For 2 points. I never would have got this question right.
Jeez.
That is impressive. Did you know that, King Dangerously?
I did know it was Blade Trinity, and that was his debut as a star was The Chaperone, which was the terrible bus movie.
Yeah.
All right. So we have a tie right now, ladies and gentlemen. It is 13-13. We're going to have Dan continue to answer his questions until he gains the lead. King Dangerously will not answer a question. So here we go. Your 3-point question, Czar Salazar, correlates with question number 5. What year did Triple H and Stephanie McMahon get married or legit get married?
Oh my God! You know I'm terrible at the year questions, Brent.
Well, I'm sorry. King Dangerously picked these, and you got no one to blame but him.
I didn't pick the actual question.
You literally picked the questions.
Man, let's see. 2002, he came back from injury and won the Rumble. I believe he was already married to her. No. Wasn't married yet. Oh, gosh. It was the game. Then he did the...
I'm going to give you 15 more seconds.
2004.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect.
Woo!
It was 2003. You are off by 1 year.
Man.
All right, so now we're going to have to move on to your 4-point question, Czar Salazar, which correlates to question number 7. Here we go. Who did Triple H face at WrestleMania 21?
Oh,
21 was in Hollywood. That was Dave Bautista.
That is correct for 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. That puts you up to 17. I'm going to go ahead and mark some stuff off real quick. That means you've taken the lead. So we're going to now move it over to King Dangerously to start answering his questions. Are you ready, King?
let's do it.
All right, here we go. Your 1-point question correlates to question number 2, which you picked. Question number 2. Triple H won a Slammy in 1997 for what?
Oh, God. Oh, let's see. Was it his hair? Best hair?
You son of a bitch. That is
God
correct.
damn it.
Oh, thank God, because I thought it was either 90, 97.
I can't believe you guys. You know that?
He's got a real mental issue, doesn't he?
He's got a mind like a steel trap, man. It just locks it in there. That's crazy.
Oh, dude. I didn't know if it was 96 or 97, but thank God I guessed right.
Oh.
All right, so that brings you up to 14. You're still behind.
Oh.
So you need
I
to.
feel like I gotta throw up after that one.
So let's move on to your 2-point question, which is question number 4. Here we go. Who did Triple H face at WrestleMania 18 to become the WWF Undisputed Champion?
The greatest of all time. I'm talking about none other than Chris Jericho.
That is correct. For 2 more points, that brings you up to 16. So once again, you're still behind by 1 point. So we're going to move on to your 3-point question, which is question number 6. Oh, man. I think you'll probably answer this with no problem, but here we go. At the 2003 Armageddon pay-per-view, each member of Evolution left the pay-per-view with a title. Who won what, or who was holding what title? You have to name all members.
All of them?
All members and what title they got. If you get one wrong, you miss it.
Oh, man. Triple H left with the World Heavyweight Championship.
Mm-hmm.
Randy Orton left with the Intercontinental Championship.
Mm-hmm.
And Ric Flair, the greatest of all time, and Dave Bautista, I believe they defeated the Dudley Boys that night. I could be wrong, but they left with the World Tag Team Championships.
That is correct. You got it, man, and that is correct. They did beat the Dudleys. So that gives you 3 more points to put you up to 19. You have retaken the lead. You've got 2 questions left. Czar Salazar, we're moving back to you. You've got 1 question left, my friend.
All right.
You need to answer this question correctly to stay alive.
Oh, man. No pressure or anything,
No
right?
pressure at all. The King of Kings can be determined by the outcome of this next question. Are you ready?
I guess so.
All right. So your 5-point question correlates to question number 9. And this is either going to be a really good thing or a really bad thing. For me, it would be a really good thing. So here we go. This metal band has performed 3 of Triple H's entrance themes.
Motorhead.
That is correct for 5 points.
Woo!
That puts you up to 22. So you have retaken the lead. It is now up to King Dangerously to put this match away. You have 19 points. Your next question is your 4-point question. You could actually end the match by answering this.
I have 19. I have to beat him at 23.
He has 22.
Okay. Ooh, no
so
pressure.
you just have to get one of these next 2 correct, and you win the match. Are you ready?
Yeah, I guess so.
All right, here we go. Your 4-point question, which is correlating to question number 8. Here we go. Triple H holds the record for the most losses at WrestleMania at what number? At what count? How many does he have?
Wow. That's the worst question in the history of the world.
And somehow you're going to pull it out of your ass. Watch.
Oh. He's almost like the reverse Undertaker. No, he has a couple wins. Oh God, I'll just trying to think here. I'll say has 9 wins and 12 losses.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect.
Whew,
You're
man.
off by 1. Just 1. He has 13 losses.
Oh,
Oh.
coming down to the last question.
It is coming down to the last one. King Dangerously, you answer this. You're the King of Kings. If you miss it, we have a new King of Kings. Are you ready, my friend?
I am.
Is your heart rate at a 130?
I feel like I'm gonna puke right now.
All right, here we go. Moving on to your final question, your 5-point question to determine the King of Kings. Here we go. Question number 10. On the April 27th, 1998 episode of Raw, D-Generation X invaded WCW because the 2 promotions were in neighboring cities of what state?
Oh, God.
Oh man, so I know it was at the Norfolk Scope. So I just have to think of where the hell Norfolk is. It in? Oh man, that's a tough one. You son of a bitch.
You picked it.
I know. Norfolk, Virginia. I'm gonna say I remember the Norfolk Scope, and then, God, I'm gonna say Virginia.
And your winners, ladies and gentlemen,
Oh my God!
King Dangerously. Very good. Oh my
Wow.
gosh, man. Congratulations. I can't believe you pulled this one out again, you son of a gun. Czar Salazar gave you one hell of a run for your money, though. Once again, an incredible matchup between you guys. King Dangerously, cut your heel promo. Make sure you bash me while you do it as well.
No, I'm not going full heel this time. This was probably the most, I don't know, I was just dreading this, facing Czar Salazar here because, we're Ring Crue brothers. We're, as close as two guys can possibly be. And when, not that, Superfan Randy and Charles Porter weren't great opponents, they were. But when you go up against your own brother, it almost hurts you inside when, to think that you could beat him, and then the next day, like, how are you guys gonna be? And like I said, season 1 was it was a pleasure beating those guys, but it was kind of bittersweet. Even though I won, I'm not like, you can't put your own brother down. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though I'm glad that I am the King of Kings, and it's good for King Dangerously on YouTube. I was dreading this. I was dreading this match the most out of all of the matches I've ever had here on the Mark World Order. Kudos to you, Brent, for these questions. They were spot on. These were good. You always come up with good questions, but these were like awesomely good.
Appreciate that. So,
Dave, I just want to say something. You're dead to me. Don't ever call me again.
God damn it, Brent.
The Ring Crew is
I'm
dead.
kidding,
I
man.
did
No.
it.
Congratulations, man. That was a hell of a win. Like King Dangerously says on all his King's commentaries, he expects a knockdown drag out, and that's exactly what this was. So
For sure.
yeah, man, I had to challenge you. I felt like I couldn't call myself the king, even though I wiped the floor with all those other competitors. I couldn't call myself the king until I faced the true king. And today you showed why you are the true king, man. That was awesome performance.
Now, even though you have lost the King of Kings match, that doesn't mean anything, because very soon King Dangerously himself will give you the proper coronation that you deserve. Because when I won the very first King of the Marks, I was giving no coronation by the horrible Hogan Brick. No coronation whatsoever. So, my good sir, do not think you lost today, because in the end, you will still receive your coronation. You will still receive your crown. You will receive your scepter, and you will receive your own King of the March championship. So, you have something to look forward to, Czar Salazar.
I think,
Thank you very much. Thank you.
I think in all fairness, I did give you a gimmick, though, so.
This is true, but still, I got no coronation.
All right, so there you have it again, ladies and gentlemen. King Dangerously, the King of Kings, another great match here on the Mark World Order podcast. Let's go ahead and...
Undefeated.
Oh, go ahead, King Dangerously.
It's undefeated king.
Oh,
sir.
sorry. Undefeated King, the whatever of whatever, the Emperor of Entertainment, and all those other things. I'll let him go ahead and shoot him off to you guys. So to close out this episode, I'm going to turn it over to you guys. Go ahead and plug yourselves, plug the crew. We'll start with you, King Dangerously. Go ahead and take it away.
Well, as you know, we are the Ring Crew. We are on all forms of social media. You can find us on Instagram and Twitter at the Ring Crew. That's CRUE, the originals, the Ring Crew, spelled like Motley Crue. You can also give us a like on Facebook. You can find us on YouTube, where we reign supreme. You can find us there at youtube.com/the Ring Crew. We are also on Twitch, even though we have no content whatsoever there, but we're going to change that very shortly.
Oh,
you can
yeah.
find us at twitch.tv/the Ring Crew. For my personal stuff, you can find me on Twitter at West Coast Voice. I'm also on Instagram at Davey Dangerously 1. If you go on Facebook, you could type in Davey Dangerously. I pop up. You can catch me there. I usually add anybody and everybody as long as you're not a weirdo. So if you're a weirdo, you need not apply. And yeah, I have a special King's commentary, the coronation, coming up very shortly. So look forward to that on YouTube. And I think that's all I got as far as all the plugs I can plug. I have no show as far as wrestling goes as a ring announcer in December. You can catch me in January, but you can forget about that for right now. That's a couple months away. So that's all I got.
Did you want to mention the what's the word I'm looking for? The collaboration that might be going on this Friday?
Yes, good sir. I forgot. Brent, the horrible host himself, will be joining King Dangerously for episode 62 of Ring Crue on the Road vlog. We are going all the way to Visalia, California, to NXT Visalia one day before War Games. So I'm looking forward to that. You'll be sitting front row, my friend. We are sitting front row with Eric Dotson, super fan, the real super fan, and one of his cronies. So I don't know his name, but I guess we'll meet him on Friday. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that too. It's the very first, well, not the very first, but it's the first collaboration of the MWO and the Ring Crew on YouTube.
All right. And then we'll go ahead and move over to you, Czar Salazar. You've been sitting there quietly for about 5 minutes now. Go ahead and plug yourself.
I don't think there's anything left to say. The King handled it all, man.
All right, perfect. Then for the rest of you marks listening, go ahead and you can follow the podcast on our social media pages at MWO for Life on Twitter and Instagram. If you want to, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. Go ahead, you can like our Facebook page. But the most important thing is that you go ahead and continue to listen to the podcast and share it with your Mark friends. We really appreciate it. So once again, King Dangerously, Czar Salazar, thank you so much for joining me in this mark-off match that we had. I appreciate you guys doing that. To the marks out there listening, we appreciate you tuning in. We love marking out with you, and we will see you all again real soon. Have a good one.